My name is Jordan Mason, and today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 of the cheapest travel destinations around the world. An overview of the 5 places I will be discussing throughout my presentation with the help of a little video. And I'll find mine on the right of your side. As you can see, we will talk about Albania, Greece, Honduras, Argentina, and Nepal. For each country, we'll look at 3 categories: housing, awesome places to visit within the country, and food prices. Let's talk about Albania, a small country just north of Greece in Europe. For Albania, there are 2 housing options: a hostel, which is a short-term lodging facility where people can rent bunk beds and get simple accommodations such as a bed and a bath. This costs approximately $5 every night. The second option is a hotel, which provides breakfast and free Wi-Fi and is about $25 a night. While in Albania, one can explore the plethora of hidden beaches in the Albanian Riviera, which you can see in this first photo with beautiful clear waters and white sand. The next great tourist spot is Kruja, which represents the great history of Albania. The final must-see is Sikandra, which is a beautiful city which encompasses the small neighboring community of Albania while also capturing its architectural beauty. Next up, let's discuss food prices. Albania is relatively cheap and affordable for most Americans, as each meal only costs about $3 to $6 per meal. With all these costs, a person could expect to spend roughly $40 to $50 per day in Albania. Cheap, right? Next up is Greece, which stands right below Albania and is surrounded by the Mediterranean Sea. The housing, which includes enough space for 4 people and location right next to the ocean, has a large cost range ranging from $30 to $70 a night. One of the prettiest spots in all of Greece is Santorini, which is inclined on a coastal hill consisting of houses painted in all white to reflect the sun during summer and stay cool. Another great stop is Athens, which architecture shares the history of Greece such as the Olympics or early civilization. The next photo you see here illustrates Milos, which is one of the many Greco islands, many of which are enclosed by hills and feature clear blue seas. The easiest and cheapest way to reach all these places is by the bus. In regards to food price, one can expect to spend about $12 on average per day. All these expenses account for about $112 each day. And although Greece might not be the cheapest out of the 5 destinations, it is still my favorite and my dream travel destination. Next up is Honduras. This is located in the south of North America between Nicaragua and Guatemala. The cost of housing is very cheap, as dorm-style housing only costs about $6 to $9 every night. Even hotels only cost about $12 to $15 and provide a great beachfront. The 2 must-see places that have little additional cost is the Copan Ruins, which demonstrates buildings from the Mayan civilization pre-Columbian era. The history is an awesome site and only costs $9 to enter and tour. Another great site is Utilia, a bay island, which one is great for snorkeling and diving for as little as $31. These places are easy to find and get around with short ride taxis that only cost $3. In regards to food, it is very cheap, as local eateries are only about $3, restaurants are $12, and fast food is $6. Overall, a day in Honduras would only cost $28, which is a lot cheaper than Greece. Continuing down to South America, Argentina is a beautiful gem that one can explore at a very affordable price. It offers 3 options for housing: a hostel, which is only $7 to $13 a night, a hotel, which provides Wi-Fi and breakfast for $30, and an Airbnb, which is basically a renting house from homeowners for only $10 to $20. Argentina has great landmarks such as the Casa Rosado, which shares the history of Argentina, and the Plaza de Mayo. One of the most well-known attractions is the Iguazu Falls, which is made up of 275 waterfalls and remains the largest waterfall system in the world. Lastly, there is the Ushuaia, which is the southernmost tip of South America. Food pricing at Argentina are very cheap, as meals are only about $6 to $10, and you can get a whole week's worth of groceries for only about $30. Not only is Argentina cheap, but is also beautiful and would be a great place to travel. Lastly, we have Nepal, which has a large range for housing prices, all the way from $5 to $100 per night. The pricing changes based on location, so housing in Kathmandu, Pokhara, and Sitwan would be more expensive than some house in the Himalayas, which is only $5 per night. The first must-see attraction in Nepal is the Annapurna, which is just one of the 1,300 mountain peaks in the Himalayas. The second is Bhaktapur, that has the best preserved palace courtyards and the oldest city center in Nepal. Lastly, there is the Rara Lake, which is the deepest lake in the Himalayas. Overall, these expenses would only cost you about $25 to $30 a day, making Nepal a great country to explore at an affordable price. To end, let's talk about the food prices, which is only $5 for a full meal. And as again, the overall would only be $25 to $30 per day, which is a steal to be able to travel and see that much. To end, I want to share my sources that I use for this presentation. Feel free to click on any of these links to discover pricing and great options for travel. Thank you for listening to me and have a great night.